Hi, welcome to the channel, the CNA Ninjas. Anyways, today I'd like to hit on a couple things. One is patients' showers and bed baths. Um, I know that they're tough to do sometimes because you're so busy and you're trying to get other things done. But just look at it this way: how many times? I mean, normally it's only twice a week that they get a shower. Is that enough? Probably not. Um, would you be happy with 2 showers a week? No, I know I wouldn't be. I mean, I take a couple sometimes. So with that being said, they only get two, so it's very important that you guys do them. Um, I've been around a lot of CNAs that make excuses that they don't want to do it, or they refused, or the patient refused, or you know they're too tired, or but they need their shower. Part of their health is cleanliness. Is bathing, is taking making sure your hair's clean and that they don't smell. That's not cool if you get family members that come over and they stink. Or that's a representative of you. They look at you like really, and that's not cool. I mean, just treat them like if they were your own mom or dad or brother, sister, uncle, aunt, anybody. I mean, friend, if that's the case, best friend. But treat them as family. I know a lot of times they will be like, nah, I'm too tired, but just tell them, you need to be clean, so you can get better, your skin's looking better, and, talk them into it. Don't talk them out of it. Talk them into it. Make them want to take a shower, just, just bring it to their attention that, their wound's looking better because of their shower. This is looking better because of your shower. Your skin's looking better. You're able to get up in your wheelchair now because your wound's looking better. Just motivate them to take that shower. Just tell them, you know what, you need to take, or a bed bath. Sometimes it's difficult to get them into the shower. So if you're gonna give them a bed bath before you even like already know that he's gonna say yes or she's gonna say yes, get your towels, your chucks, your your soap, the comb, everything. Get all your supplies ready and put it right next to the bed. Wherever you're gonna give the shower, and then that way when they because they if they say yeah and you're not ready, and by the time you go get all your stuff and everything, they'll be asleep, or they'll be the therapy will be in there getting them up, and there goes your shower. Because by the time they get back, now they're going to be like, oh, you know what, I'm very tired. But what I use to motivate them too, in case they get taken to therapy, is I tell them, no, you went to therapy, you sweated, so now you're dirty, so now's a good time to take your shower. So I get them in the shower, then I motivate them that way, and they're like, yeah, you know what, you're right, let's take a shower now. So motivate them to take a shower or a bed bath. Shower first, but if you're gonna give them a bed bath, like I said, have all your supplies ready. Get your towels, the soap, the rinse water. Make sure the water's not hot, but somewhat hot, because by the time you get started and everything, the water's gonna cool. So you don't want to start off with warm water and then it's gonna be cold by the time you start. Start off. You can always let it cool. You can't get it hotter unless you dump it and start all over. So I suggest that, check the water, and don't do the water until you're ready to do your shower or your bed bath. And if you're going to do a shower, turn the water on so it gets hot. Because a lot of these places, the water won't get hot for, sometimes it takes longer than shorter. Just turn the water on so that it gets hot. And then let them fill it. Don't put the water on them, let them touch it. If you put the water on them and it's too hot, you're going to burn them. Don't do that. Let them touch the water with their hand. And then if they say it's okay, touch a little bit of their shoulder or their leg. And not just a little bit. And then sometimes they'll be like, oh, that's still too hot. Then turn it down and then do it again. And then they'll be like, okay, that's good. Now we wet their hair first. Because their hair, that way they'll know. If you wet your hair, I don't know, I do it first too. So if you wet your hair first, it seems to neutralize the heat or whatever, and it seems to be able to take it a little bit better. So, take them a shower, make sure they don't fall, put towels on the floor so it's not slippery. Um, make sure that I always take extra towels. I mean, I take 3, 4, 5 towels, because there's going to be one for their hair, one for the front, one for the back, one for their legs, one for their feet, and one for me. Because, oh man, depending on the patient, they get to be a good spray artist in there trying to wet you. I can tell them, no, let me have that back. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you're wetting my feet. But anyways, talk them into a shower, and use the soap, conditioner on the ladies' hairs, and brush it for them. And man, you see how much better they feel. They're gonna say, "Man," I always tell them, "Man, you feel better?" "Yeah, I sure do." I've never had someone say, "No, I don't. I don't feel better." Maybe one, but really, you don't have too many people that say after a shower, "I didn't like it." So after the shower, you make sure you take in all your linen so that possibly if they can do a little bit and you leave the door open, you can see your patient and they're not a fall risk. You can be making up their bed with new linen, and then take a plastic bag in there so you can get all the dirty linen, put it in the plastic bag, don't throw it on the floor. Put in the plastic bag all the dirty linen, the pillowcases and everything. Make sure your pillowcases are facing the window, the opening, and make up the bed. Make it look nice. Put the covers over it. Make it look, real, real nice. And then, the patient is going to stay up for a while. Try to talk them into staying up on the wheelchair for a little bit. And it's always good for them to sit up for a little while. It may be close to lunchtime, tell them after lunch I'll lay you down or I'll help you lay down or whatever it may be. But always encourage them to stay up, because that prevents pneumonia, it makes your blood flow good. It can prevent a lot of stuff from happening to your patient. And like I said, just make sure that they take their bed bath, their shower, and have everything ready. You take them a shower, brush their hair, get them dressed, and man, they're gonna feel fantastic. And you know what? You're gonna feel fantastic too. And with that being said, please like and subscribe on my channel for more of this stuff that you guys want to hear and that I would like to teach you. And please, thank you so much. And with that being said, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video with the ninjas. Say bye.